And just when you thought football season was over, SDFNL brings you the first ever girls flag football all-star game here at Mission Bay High School on the Cali Photo Sports Network. I'm Bo Fertig alongside Christina Murguia up here in the booth. Chase Isidoro along with Tim Gahn are on the field right now before this game gets started. It's the blue team taking on the red team. Chase is going to catch up with blue head coach Tony Canale from San Isidro, and hopefully he can catch up with him first. Christina.
Yes.
Another history in the making with us. We did the championship games, now the all-star game. Just a great feel overall for girls flag football right now.
It's another great day for women in sports, girls in sports. Another game for little girls to look up to, these high school players. It's going to be a wonderful game. Great competition out there.
And now Chase Isidoro is with Coach Tony Canale of San Isidro. Oh, and we're not seeing the feed yet from Tim.
Tim, I don't see your picture.
Well, while Tim on the field gets ready for his picture, Christina, we talk a lot about the opportunities that these girls are given, and from what I hear, it sounds like some girls are already given some early scholarships to possible D3 programs.
Yeah, as many opportunities as girls can have in any sport is a great thing. And now for this brand new high school sport in California is just another cherry on top.
And red team is going to start with the ball, and they're going to start with the completion. At quarterback is Savannah Cullen, and on the reception is Mylene Mason. Mason had 7 touchdowns on the season, and a Scripps Ranch to Mira Mesa connection.
There you go, North County.
Usually those two schools are rivals, but Scripps Ranch and Mira Mesa connecting here early for the first pass. Here's the second pass attempt of the game, the long pass down the field, and that one is brought in right there by Ariana Harris out of Scripps Ranch. So the Scripps Ranch Falcon connection gets inside scoring territory. So red with back-to-back big plays to start the game, Christina.
Great chemistry so far for girls playing on 2 different teams. It's good to see.
Savannah Cullen on the season threw for over 2,700 passing yards and 36 passing touchdowns. She has started today's contest going 2 of 2. A little tricky right here, a little end around, reverse, and the flag was pulled nicely by number 22, Alex Yorba, the wide receiver defensive specialist out of Hilltop. That will come up with a second and goal. Touchdown is at the 10. The ball currently lies at the 22 right now.
Blue team needs a stop here. That's a great defensive play there.
Cullen over the middle, and that ball almost intercepted by the blue team. And after going 2 and 2, the red team now has a 3rd and goal, Christina.
3rd and goal, it's a tricky situation here because you can't punt, you can't kick a field goal, so they have to make a good play here to set themselves up for a touchdown.
Yeah, in this situation, because they're so close to the goal line, it's almost 4-down territory at this point. 3rd and long, players motioning to the far side of the field. Cullen.
Nice.
Can't get by the rusher, and that one goes down for the first sack. Alex Yorba out of Hilltop with the big sack.
Hilltop had a tough squad this year. We played them, we scrimmaged them, we played them, Otay played them this year. Great coaching staff. We saw a lot of greatness, a lot of good players for the future in Hilltop.
Christina Murguia has a resume as long as a CVS receipt, and we'll get into that a little bit. Cullen over the middle, and that ball is going to fall incomplete. But one of the many things you did this year was coach for one of the teams in the South Bay. What a great experience for you. But these both sides coached by gentlemen who coached at the boys level,
yeah.
And they said the girls' experience is almost a little bit better.
It's a different emotional factor there. Girls, not a lot of the girls have played flag. Some of them did, but so they don't have a lot of bad habits that need to be fixed. The coaches can start from scratch, which is it's good for a coach.
Yeah. So turnover on downs from the red team gives the blue team the ball, And onto the field is Victoria Figueroa, over 3,800 passing yards and 44 passing touchdowns on the season for the quarterback out of San Ysidro. Figueroa wants to go deep early, the high floater near midfield, and that ball will fall incomplete. The jump ball. The starters on the offense, Jayla White out of Morris, Sydney Pacheco, the wide receiver out of Mar Vista, can play every position at a high level. She was the defensive player of the year for that league. Center is J. Love Olivas out of Mission Bay. Isabella Kelly out of Olympian was the captain. Kiara Arcasi and Alex Yorba, the other two receivers starting on offense for the blue team, led by Tony Canale out of San Ysidro, and a quick hit to the far side of the field. And the reception to Alex Yorba out of Hilltop, a solid route runner with good hands. That short reception will bring up a 3rd and 17 for the blue team.
Big play here. Tony Canale, though, has a great playbook, and he can pull this off here. Get this first down and then have a fresh series.
You can send me 1080 30.
3rd and 17 for the blue side. Figueroa fakes the handoff over the middle, and that ball caught in. Still getting by multiple defenders, and the shiftiness of Jayla White gets the blue team close to a first down, and it looks like the blue needed 17 and picked up 17. Great play by Jayla White out of Morris.
Huge play. Great play. Now they can start all over, start fresh, start from a clean slate. Figueroa was a beast this year at quarterback.
White averaged 18 yards per reception. She needed 17 and got 17 to bring up a first down and 20. Figueroa looks right, has a rusher. She'll sling it over the middle to number 3, J. Love Olivas, the starting center.
Like illegal contact there.
So explain the legal contact, what you saw there.
So instead of grabbing the flag, she pretty much hugged her.
Hey, Tim, let me know when you're ready to get. Let me know when you're ready to get a coach.
So with it's
Not sure.
additional yards at the spot of the foul.
At the spot of the foul. So I'm not sure if it's going to be a 15-yarder or a 5-yarder.
No, it's
Okay.
on camera. Whatever we're saying, you're sending me 1080i right now. 1080
So the 5-yard reception by the center, J. Love Olivas. It was a 5-yard reception. Add 10 yards to that, and it will remain first down for the blue team. The goal line is at the 10. The ball lies at the 25. Wide receiver in motion. They're going to fake the handoff to her and hand it off up the middle. The shiftiness. Number 6, Abriel Hagens out of Morris. She had over 1,000 rushing yards on the season. You saw the shiftiness right there,
That's
Christina.
incredible. Yeah, great movement out there. Way to avoid the flag getting pulled.
So that nice run by Hagens will bring up a 1st and goal inside the 20-yard line. Figueroa behind snap. She'll look over the middle, and the rush is on, misses the flagpole, and the ball falls incomplete. So you can see right here the pressure. She'll look over the middle, and the rush is on, misses the flagpole, and the ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, great focus
So
on that throw, too.
nice job by Kiana De La Disma on the defensive side.
Great
De La
defensive
Disma out of
stop.
Scripps Ranch.
Blue really has the momentum, so if Red can get a stop, this is going to be a huge shift for them.
Just starting first quarter action here, 4:20 and counting. The blue side, Figueroa throwing deep to the end zone, and that ball is intercepted at the goal line, and still running, gets by another defender, has the sideline, and number 10, Ava Peralta out of Mira Mesa with the interception. And we got to it a little too late, unfortunately, but Peralta, first team All-League, second team All-CIF, and was the defensive team MVP for Mira Mesa right there.
Great hands, great speed. This could be a huge shift for this first quarter here. Red team really needs to come out strong.
So the red team had one possession already, turnover on downs. The blue team driving. Both teams got in scoring position, but the red team with the big interception by Ava Peralta from the red team.
That was a great stop.
So both defenses coming up big in this all-star game on the first drive. Savannah Colin back behind snap. She completed the first 2 passes of the game. Actually, this is a little southpaw right here. That is not Savannah. Savannah was throwing with her right hand to start the game. Looks like Marianne Garong out of Mare Mesa. Garong was one of the quarterbacks for Eric True, the head coach that's leading the red team. So after the incomplete pass, Savannah Colin. Actually, no, we're going to stick with Garong. Garong gets by the rusher. She can run it here on second down. Spin move and nice flag pull right there by number 3, J. Love Olivas.
Great stop. We got a 3rd and long now.
Marianne Garong threw for nearly 300 passing yards and a pair of passing touchdowns. Receiving-wise, she had 54 receptions for nearly 500 yards and 7 touchdowns. So the dual threat also plays basketball at Mare Mesa as well. So a good athlete. 3rd down. Garong rolls left, has a receiver. That's number 9, Kiana De La Disma.
Great catch. Great hands.
And De La Disma gets to the 34 for a red team first down.
The good thing about both of these teams is everybody knows how to play. Everybody knows how to win. Everybody knows how to make big defensive plays. So I think this game's going to be exciting. So whoever scores first, I think it's going to be a huge.
That ball deep over the middle, and that ball is intercepted right there. That is number 6 from the blue team, Abriel Higgins out of Morris.
I had to catch myself on that one. I saw it coming and
that ball just hung in the air too long, Christine.
it hung a little bit too long.
We saw Malia Wilson out of Bonita Vista. She was one of those players in the secondary that didn't allow the ball to stay up there too long. And I believe Chase Isidoro is now with Higgins on the sideline. Let's sit down to him on the blue side.
Higgins of Morris. Abriel, first of all, what's it like to play in this All-Star game?
It's really fun. It's an experience. It's a good experience to go mix with other schools and play a game that I love.
And you're out of breath right now because you just made the huge interception. What was it like? Talk us through that whole play.
Man, I was hyped, just go when the ball's in the air. It's your ball. Go for it.
And then how's it been, this is the inaugural year of playing flag football for girls. What's this whole year been like, and, with you and your friends being able to play the game?
It's a new experience, but it's fun. We're learning something every day because, we're new to it. But it's just overall fun to do something like this. It's different.
And then from practicing with all the girls and, girls from other schools, who have you been impressed by, and, who have you wanted to be like, man, I want to go one-on-one with them?
I want to go one-on-one with Sydney. Everybody is good. Everybody has their own role. We all play our part. So, yeah.
All right, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We'll send it back to you in the booth, Bo.
All right, thank you very much, Chase. I love Abriel Higgins as we end the first quarter with scoreless ball game here at Mission Bay High School in the inaugural Red versus Blue SDFNL All-Star Game. Abriel, Christine, I know you couldn't hear her, so I'm going to translate. She just said it's a learning experience every day for these girls. And you kind of touched on that earlier, saying they're kind of starting from scratch.
Yeah, a lot of them are starting from scratch, which means no bad habits yet. So that's a good thing.
Which is a good thing for a coach.
Great thing for the coaches. And, everybody has been eager to learn and eager to catch on. And of course, everybody wants to win. But as long as they have those great attitudes and being coachable, this sport is going to be, I think it's going to be huge in San Diego. Yeah.
It's both sides. The defense is playing big here in the first quarter to start the game.
It is, and that's huge because it's a shorter field and a longer way to get a first down. So one good defensive stop can make the difference in the series.
And it's not too surprising to see the defenses have the early advantage in this one. Is that true for you?
I think that's true. I mean, it's it's easier to read the offense than it is for the offense to read the defense.
Yeah. And just, creating that connection in a week span is so difficult to do on the offensive side.
Yeah, if they haven't played together before, they might click, they might not.
Figueroa over the middle had to elude had to sidestep a defender. The pressure is getting to both quarterbacks.
Pressure is definitely getting to both sides, and that middle, passing to the middle, just throwing it up is deadly. That can be deadly.
So that incomplete pass will bring up a 3rd and 19 for the blue team. Figueroa, over 3,800 passing yards on the season, finds White on the far side inside the 30, and she's going to pick up a nice gain. They didn't need all of it, but they picked up some of it, Christina, for a first down.
They picked up a lot of it, and which is good for them. I think they're going to go for it here, which they should. They need to take chances. It's early in the second quarter, so this is a great time to take this chance.
Jayla White out of Morris had 84 receptions for 1,476 receiving yards and 24 receiving touchdowns. An exceptional year for Jayla White. That brings up a 4th and 8. The pressure's on, the pass over the middle, and that ball falls incomplete. It could have been a first down, but once again, the defense from the red side holds up to turn the ball over back to the red side.
She definitely heard those footsteps coming. That was a great throw. Great decision to her. Huge advantage for Red here. Now Red needs to do something with this. They got a lot of field to go to get this touchdown, and they can do it.
10, 20, and counting. We had 4 quarters, four 12-minute quarters, running clock all the way to the 2-minute warning of the end of each half. Red team back on. Savannah Colon out of Scripps Ranch, over 2,700 passing yards, 36 passing touchdowns. Colon looks over the middle. The pressure's on, throws far side of the field, and that's a tough throw, Christina.
That is a tough throw, but they try to isolate her on the left side. They had quads right, and they try to isolate her on the left side, but the ball, she didn't get the ball there.
Well, after that interception by Higgins out of Morris, the two interceptions that we have seen have both been over the middle, so I'm sure that plays into the mind of a quarterback.
That was a smart play, and I'd rather have it, overthrown out of bounds than in the middle.
Colin looks left, has a receiver near the first down marker, and Jayla White with a nice tackle for the short gain. You see the instant replay right here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not all about picking up the first down at once. It's, gaining momentum.
That was a great defensive pickup there. They didn't let her she didn't even get to turn. She caught it, and flag was pulled. That was a great defensive play by Jayla.
No yards after the catch for Mylene Mason on the reception. The offensive captain out of Mira Mesa scored the first touchdown in school history. She had just under 40 receptions on the season. Colin looks over the middle near the midfield and has her receiver. Very well done. Stood tall in the pocket. And you can see right here with the pressure on, just found a nice spot in the zone.
Nice spot. She just sat there and the ball came. That was a great pickup by them.
They needed to get to midfield. They got to midfield. Exactly that. That was Keelan Jimenez.
Great route and great pass.
Out of Mira Mesa. Brings up a 1st and 20.
Pressure's
Colin,
coming.
far side of the field again. But once again, the blue side defensively was there. Number 18, Giselle Peregrina, was there ready for the tackle.
In and out of her hands, just like the blue team did. Got to make those catches, especially at an all-star game. Red has to make something happen here. They need a big play here. They got quads right again. Might be trying to isolate. Short pass.
Almost looked like it possibly a double pass. We've already seen Garong as a quarterback, and it looked like that was possibly set up for a double pass, but nonetheless, we have a timeout on the sideline from blue. Each team is given 3 timeouts in the half, and we'll take a quick break here on the SDFNL. All-Star Game here on the Cali Photo Sports Network.
More people would like to thank is Cali Camera Photography, coaches on both teams, Hoover High School for allowing us to practice there, Mission Bay High School for hosting the event, Gringas Tacos, all of the ball.
Somebody,
Thank you for staying with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. A scoreless ball game in the inaugural girls flag football all-star game here at Mission Bay High School. It's the SDFNL Red Stars versus the Blue Stars, and it's been the defense to capture the storyline here early in the first half.
huge third down here.
Colin over the middle, has a receiver. What a great grab in traffic. That was number 3, Mylene Mason with the grab.
That was great concentration.
In between
Great catch.
defenders right there. Very
Great throw. Huge play. That's the exact play they needed.
Best offensive play we've seen up
So
to this
far.
point out of the timeout, Christina.
Yes. Red needs this momentum to continue.
Goal line is at the 10. The ball lies at the 12. This is first and goal for the red team. Colin.
Pressure coming.
Pressure's on. Throws far side. The ball's loose. And Jayla White, great job. Blue team, they're around the ball in the secondary.
They are like bees on honey.
Yeah.
That was a great defensive play. Great stop.
Great job by Jayla White. If that ball was caught, she was ready, she was in good position to pull that flag. Incomplete pass will bring up a second and goal. Receiver in motion, that's Garong. Colin will roll right. Gets by the defender, and she'll tuck and run. Gets inside the 10, inside the 5. And that flag pull by Jayla White, you can see right here, saw nothing downfield, Christina.
Nothing downfield. Great decision to run that, and that was kind of iffy there. That stuff. Yeah, that stuff was kind of iffy. Without the flag being pulled right away, she can't stop her with her body. So they kind of let that one.
Yeah. Do you think if the runner would have made more of an attempt to maybe, like, okay, let's actually rephrase that. What could the runner have done to better her situation for possibly pulling the flag? She continue running?
Well, she can continue running like she tried, but if the defender didn't, so if you're coming at me and the defender couldn't get the flag, then it's illegal contact, or it's illegal, whatever they decide to call it, illegal contact if they're not getting the flag. So they either have to get out of the way or a flag should have been thrown for that. It's to see that with the bare eye, though, in real time is kind of difficult. We can see the replay and stuff, but, it's kind of an iffy call being so close to the end zone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just like in regular football, like you got to square with the defender to make sure they don't get by you, and that's what Jayla White did right there. The run by Colin gets her inside the 5. Colin throws to the end zone, and that ball's grabbed for the first touchdown of the game, and that's Marianne Garong out of Mare Mesa.
Great hands, great concentration.
And she drops the bomb on him. No penalty for celebration, as there shouldn't be in an all-star game. And it's nice to see Garong, who also plays quarterback, get the first receiving touchdown of the SDFNL All-Star game.
So it looks like they're going for 1.
The 1 is at the 5-yard line and the 2-point conversion at the 10.
Yeah, so they have to throw it. They cannot run it.
Right, that's very important to note. A little back and forth action between the two receivers. Running back in motion. Garong is going to pass it, and that ball is intercepted by Jayla White in the end zone.
Great stop. Blue team needs to come out strong now.
Yeah, nice job by
4:28
White.
remaining, so
Yeah.
they need to come out strong and get on the board.
Yeah, and I mean, they handed the ball off to Garong, but knowing she couldn't run it, the defenders didn't have to come up on her. They could stay in the end
They
zone.
stayed back, yeah.
They scored, right? So 6.
Yeah, that's the difference between tackle and flag is that, you know that you can't throw a tackle. You can do any tricks that you want. Reverse, handoff, flea flicker, anything, anywhere, anytime.
So Red gets on the board first on their third offensive possession. Colin to Garong. And Blue going to try to respond, but that's not the way to do it as the ball hits the turf. And once the ball hits the turf, the play is dead.
The play is dead, correct. Yeah. That looked like a little miscommunication, or either the quarterback hit her or hit her with the ball. She didn't know it was coming. That's huge because the ball is not live, so it's just dead where it's at, and they lose the play.
So the loss of 2 brings up a 2nd and long. Figueroa from San Isidro. Pass to the far side of the field.
Nice.
Way to get up for the ball. The play's still alive. That grab by Abrielle Hagens out of the backfield. We've already seen her shifting this, and once again, explosive with the ball in her hands. Hagens had that interception for the Blue side.
Great shift for Blue. They have enough time to get on the board and even take the lead with a 1-point conversion.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time remaining. 3rd and 6 for the Blue team. Figueroa, and that ball falls incomplete. But once again, the Red team right there, if the ball was caught, Keelan Jimenez was in good position, Christina.
She was in great position, and again, another drop ball, perfect throw, just in and out. When you try to catch it with your chest as opposed to your hands, just like when you're wearing pads, you got to catch it with your hands, not your body, not your pads. That's really deadly for them.
And it's important to catch the ball first, right? You saw in that position, she understood that she was short of the first down marker and almost tried to make a move too quickly before she had the ball.
Yeah, you can see she shifted her head up the field, and they need to just concentrate, catch the ball, and then make a move.
So it's the inaugural SDFNL girls flag football game. The boys will be playing later today at 7 p.m. We are currently in the second quarter, 2:24 remaining. Beaufort and Christina Murguia here in the booth. And it turned out to be a nice day for flag football. Christina.
Nice day. I'm glad the rain stopped. Stopped for a little bit anyway.
Yeah, it looks like this field is held up well also.
Yeah, the weather's really nice, actually.
For a late December day, I'd say couldn't get really much better here in this.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be freezing. Came dressed for the snow.
Came dressed for success, Christina. 4th and 6. Blue team needs a first down. Figueroa wants to go deep down the near sideline. And well defended by the Red team. That was 0-0 Olivia Toledo.
Great stop. That was a risky play, but they could have had that. Now Red gets the ball with 2 minutes remaining.
So the clock is going to stop at 2 minutes. At the 2-minute warning. Red will get the ball back in plus territory. The first touchdown was from Colin to Marianne Garong. It'll be interesting to see if they put Garong back at quarterback. I know talking to head coach Eric True from Mary Mesa, he said that he was going to switch their quarterbacks in and out after every possession. A couple other Mira Mesa coaches to mention, Jeremy Henderson and DJ Scott are also helping Coach True, and Dante Dunaway out of Madison for the Red team. And it looks like Colin from Scripps Ranch is going to stay in the game at the 2-minute mark. Garong, double reverse, triple reverse, quadruple reverse. The toss to Colin. Colin's going to say, I'll take it from here, ladies. I don't even know if an instant replay could fit all that in. You love to see plays like that out of the break in an all-star game, right?
I love to see plays like that anywhere. That was great. That was awesome. And they were focused. You could see they were focused to make sure they get those passes.
I mean, just to execute 3 handoffs and then the toss is impressive in itself. The clock is still ticking. Still a lot of time for the red team. Colin looks towards the end zone. We'll toss it back to Garong. Garong could run it or throw it. She's going to decide to run it.
Great tackle.
That's great effort right there. Isabella Kelly lays out and pulls the flag. That's great effort right there from Kelly. Isabella Kelly out of Olympian, second team all-league, good energy. And according to Coach Canale,
huge play here. 45 seconds to go.
Garong rolls left. Will throw it to the far sideline, and that ball's intercepted. Jayla White again with another interception. Or actually, Jayla White with her first interception, second interception for the blue team.
Blue calls a timeout, and they let some of that time go. They let about 7 seconds go off of the clock.
So that's, you see right here, Garong was looking downfield. Or actually, that was from the previous play. That's right. So blue looking to get on the scoreboard. They have, it says they have 3 timeouts remaining, but I know they've already called a couple. Figueroa will hand it off. This is Higgins as the flag is pulled there. Great flag pull by the red side. That was number 6, Keelan Jimenez.
Great stop. Clock stops. They need to get something deep here. Second down and a long way to go for the touchdown.
Interested to see a run right there with the limited time in the first half.
Very interesting. Yeah, I think they might have thought that the defense wasn't going to be expecting that. But Red was ready. Red was ready, and they got that stop. Now they have to get a big play here. They have to get a long throw or a long pass in here.
Jayla White.
Yeah, and coach. So that short gain, the clock was stopped with the timeout. Blue, on their opening possession, got in scoring position, just unable to put it in after the interception from the red team. And red team is playing back right now.
They are playing back. They have a lot of cushion that they can give.
Figueroa with the cannon throws it up near midfield.
Great stop. Almost intercepted. Risky throw there.
And that was Kiana De La Disma out of
Great
Scripps
job.
Ranch.
A lot of hang time there.
Sometimes when you try to throw the ball too far, you overthrow it and the ball gets lost in the wind.
For sure, yeah. And it's risky, you know, knowing that they're trying to score here. You know, I think a little shorter, a little more of a line drive in that pass. The red team could play even further back if they needed to. It's third down.
Looks like Abriel Higgins will check back in the backfield. Figueroa. Quick pass, a little hook and ladder to Higgins, and a little too hot to handle.
Fumbled out a little bit.
I love the play draw, just the execution not there. Trying to get Higgins into open space right here. So that will bring up a fourth down. And it looks like the clock is just going to run out heading into the half.
Smart play.
And the blue side, unable to get on the scoreboard. Red will head into the half, up 6-0. We'll send it down to Chase Isidoro, who's joined.
We're excited. I knew some people that was going to be on the team, and our bond just grew together more, and that's my family. And I've just had an amazing time so far.
And how cool is it to play among, some of the best flag football girls here in San Diego?
It's an amazing experience to get invited here, and I'm so blessed to have this opportunity.
Awesome. Well, we'll see more of you in the second half. Bo, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. Thank you, Chase. That will end first half on the field. Some last words, Christina, before we head into the half.
It's been a great game to watch. Very interesting on both sides. Good defensive plays on both sides. I'm excited to see what they bring for the second half.
It's been a defensive game so far. Red Stars 6, Blue Stars 0 here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. And thank you for staying with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. It's the inaugural SDFNL All-Star Game. Red Stars up early 6-0, and Chase Isidoro is now down with the head coach of the Red side. That's Eric True. Take it away.
Thanks, Bo. I'm with Coach True. Coach, first off, what do you call the quadruple reverse that we just saw?
Oh, we call that, what was it, hot potato.
And, you know, that's like kind of the essence of the All-Star game, is having fun and having great plays like that. Did you know you're going to be calling that one?
Oh, absolutely. We did all these trick plays in practice, and if we spent time on them, we're going to use them. So there we go.
And through the first half, you guys are up 6-0. You know, what's kind of been your reaction of how your team's played?
Pretty well. They've made some plays here and there, but you know how the game goes. It's just got to be consistent in finishing the drives. We've made a couple big catches. We've been fantastic on defense, so we just got to maintain that consistency and put more points on the board.
All right, Coach, I'll let you get back to it, but we also have Marianne Garong, who scored the first touchdown. Marianne of Mira Mesa. What's it been like to play in this All-Star game so far?
Honestly, it's pretty fun to really get to know everybody on this team. This is a special moment, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it's everybody's first year playing, and it's just really fun to really cherish this moment.
Did you always wanted to play football, or were you kind of more excited once the season started that you were going to try out for the team?
Yeah, I played flag football for a year when I was in 8th grade before COVID, and then when I heard about this, I was super excited because I always wanted to play football, but I never had the opportunity because I felt like I couldn't compete with guys. And when I heard about this, I just knew I had to compete and have fun with my team.
And how cool was the feeling of scoring the first touchdown in the All-Star game?
Honestly, man, it's pretty special. And I'm just glad I got to do it with some special people.
Awesome. Well, congrats, and we'll see more from you out there. Bo, we'll send it back to you in the booth.
Great job down there, Chase. Well, my job right now is done. Christina's going to stay with us, but we're going to bring in Tristan Lopez, who's going to be doing a little bit of play-by-play. Interesting, Christina, they waved that flag.
They waved the flag because the penalty was behind from where the yardage that she gained, so.
First down, run, brings it out to just short of the 40-yard line.
Figueroa back for the blue. Scrambling. Another risky throw to the middle, just throwing it up there, tossing it up there. Defense could have easily snatched that one. Another big third down here for the blue. Figueroa back over the ball. Blue needs a huge play here. Going. Wow. Great defensive play. Number 2, Hassan, with a great play for the red team. Great stop. It's 4th down. Blue has to punt it here.
Seeing a lot of good plays, playing the hands for these DBs.
It's definitely been a defensive game so far. So red will take the ball first down from the 20 off of a good stop.
So the turnover on downs, big stop once again by the red team. The red team defensively is doing their job tonight, Christina.
They're doing their job. They're just hovering over them defensively and getting those stops, getting their hands in, deflecting balls.
Garong with the handoff. The fake reverse, and that's a running back in the open space with a lot of room to run and tackled nicely by Jayla White. Tristan, I know you're a football guy. What do you think about all these fake end-arounds and stuff? It makes trouble for defense, doesn't it?
Yes, indeed. It makes you think, second-guess who has the ball, who's going to get the ball, these double reverses and triple reverses, and pitching back to find someone down the field, getting a little creative on the offensive side for the red team here.
And Christina, they do that because you can't block downfield.
You can't block.
It's just, the misdirection is creating somewhat of a natural block.
Exactly that.
Colin throws a
Almost
rifle down the seam, and that ball falls incomplete.
Almost picked off by number 18 for the blue team.
Yeah, Giselle Peregrina out of San Diego. Talking to Coach Canale before the game, and he said Giselle picks up things so quickly. She also played quarterback, so you love someone that plays quarterback because more often than not, they just understand the game a little bit better.
They understand for sure, and they can read. You got to know everybody's position at the quarterback, whether it's tackle or flag. You got to know. You got to be able to read everything offensively, defensively. Great play.
Blue team is going to bring one rusher. Colin's going to fake the handoff, roll right, and broken up nicely right there by Jayla White.
She's just everywhere. Jayla White is she's a beast on defense there, getting everywhere, making lots of ground on the field.
Yeah, like you said, Christina, defensive game here so far, running around making these plays.
Jayla White made a great break on the ball. She's been doing that all game here today, guys.
Yeah, she really reads the quarterback very well. Great momentum shift here for Blue. They need to take advantage of this. They really need to take advantage of this turnover here, and they got to score. They've had these big plays on defensively, and then they either turn it over or just don't make the first down.
So it's not that Red doesn't trust their offense. It's Red's trusting their defense, so they want to give Blue a full field to go down. Figueroa over the middle. Hagen's unable to bring it in. Once again, just trying to do too much before catching the ball first.
Trying to do too much, but I don't think she expected it that quickly. The blitz came at the quarterback, and she had to get rid of it. So I don't think she was expecting it at that point. But it was a good effort. It was a good effort. She almost caught it behind her back.
Tristan, you were on the sideline. What was the energy like down on the field?
The girls are interactive. Looks like they picked up some chemistry amongst each other, very friendly. And coming to the sideline talking about what happened in the last series is something to see what these girls are doing so quickly with their coaches.
Figueroa throws near side, has a receiver near the 30. Spin move, try to get between two defenders.
Big pickup. Looks like she got the first. No, she did not get the first. It's third down.
Just short.
Third and short.
Alex Yorba out of Hilltop. Talking to Coach Canali before the game. Solid route runner and good hands. And you saw Yorba right there with the good hands. They are 5 yards short of a first down. They need to get to the 50, which is technically the 40 here in girls flag football with the goal line at the 10. Figueroa under pressure over the middle.
Great catch.
That's a great catch with a lot of room to run. Cuts back and splits two defenders.
Great tackle though by Red. Huge play by the blue team, and this could really turn the game around here. If they could go a no huddle, I know they don't know each other, but if they can go no huddle and get the Red confused a little bit out there on defense, that could really be a huge thing for them on offense.
Hagens had an interception, is also explosive behind the line of scrimmage on the offensive side, Tristan.
Yeah, looking here, 1,000 yards on the season. She's making tremendous plays out there today, offensive and defensive.
And the pass over the middle. That ball was complete to number 3, J. Love Olivas. Just a nice pitch and catch from Olivas to Figueroa.
Great pickup there.
Looks like the blue team is rolling on all cylinders in offense. Let's see if they can punch it in here for him.
Christina, sometimes all it takes is 1 or 2 big plays, right, to get them.
1 or 2 big plays, and doesn't have to be, a lot of yardage on it. It's just a huge offensive play that really gets the team going.
Figueroa fakes the first handoff, hands it off to Hagens. But behind the line of scrimmage, that's a great defensive play, Christina.
Great defensive play, but I think they got confused a little bit on the offense on the play.
Not falling for the misdirection is not easy, Tristan.
Yes, keeping your eyes in the backfield and staying disciplined is something that you want to teach yourself, and I'm sure these coaches are telling these young ladies to do. Got a flag on the play.
Before the play, we have a quick hit over the middle.
Might have a false start.
It might be illegal shift or false start.
Yeah, it was before the snap. It looks like it was on the offense.
Yeah.
Illegal shift on the offense. That will repeat second down. It's been so far a clean game, though, tonight, Christina.
It's been clean. It's been you can tell that these girls haven't played with each other, but they're all individually good. If they had another week to practice, I think this game they could have done no huddles.
Crisper.
A little more crisp. They could have done no huddles, which would have been really effective for the blue, because Red is just really eating them up on defense and getting those stops.
Second down for the blue team. Hagens in the backfield. Figueroa under pressure over the middle. That ball is almost intercepted, but it falls incomplete.
Tipped a couple times and just missed that interception.
No fly zone over the middle, Christina.
No fly zone.
Yeah.
That's a no throw zone. When that pressure's coming, that blitzer came right at her. She could have, moved out of the pocket and went for the sideline. That's a very risky throw there.
Figueroa over the middle again. And that ball will fall incomplete. But that was almost a better situation. That ball knocked down by Olivia Toledo, because that was, I thought that was fourth down. That was third down. Okay, so they're going to get another play. I was going to say it was good that it fell incomplete because they're going to pick up the ball where the original line of scrimmage instead of getting it where she intercepted it. But
Yeah, that pressure was really getting to Figueroa.
Figueroa again has a lot of time. No blitz. She's going to step up, looking for someone, has someone in the end zone.
Just out of her hands. So then Red knows that she can't run, so they stayed back.
And that speaks to the defenders on the red side, not with no rush, staying with their man, staying in their zones, being disciplined, and following the receivers in front of them. So kudos to the red team for that one.
Blue coming up short again. That is a huge no-scoring series for them again. Red's really they're just beating them. They're playing better defense than Blue is playing offense.
Both sides not allowing big plays, right? When the ball is caught, there's not too many yards after the catch, and that just shows the good tackling by both sides. Not
Great
allowing
tackling.
Big
They're
plays.
swarming the ball, and they have good instincts, and they know what to do there.
Colin will toss it to Garong. Back to Colin. Colin has a receiver downfield and overthrows her intended receiver.
That was a bomb, to say the least.
Nice try. Way to Blue really recovered on that because they could have come up thinking that she was going to run it, but they stayed back and they held back and they got that stop. Great
That's
play
what
by Blue.
I love about flag football, right? It's not something you see every day at football or in the game of football, but it's effective.
It is effective, very effective, because the defense could have gotten sucked up and she would have been wide open, but they stayed back and they were patient and they got that stop.
Garong will get the snap. Garong will roll left, and the ball will fall incomplete. But keeping Colin in the backfield on the opposite side really keeps the rushers at bay.
It keeps the rushers, yes, it does. It keeps them back there. They could throw it back like they just did, or she could run it. She could throw it back and then they could run it. There's so many options that they can do out of there.
Third and long, Garong with the snap. Throws it over the middle, and that ball's intercepted at midfield. And that's Sydney Pacheco out of Mar Vista with the INT.
That was a great read by Sydney, just getting to the ball, getting in front of the receiver, and making a play.
And once again, Christina, that middle of the field just shut down on both sides.
That's deadly, yeah. Like I said, I would rather the quarterback throw it to the sideline and get it tipped, and you have the sideline as, kind of a cushion there, or throw it out of bounds there. I'd rather that happen than it get tipped in the middle, and then it's anybody's ball game.
Yeah, if you're going to throw that ball over the middle, it better have some zip because these secondaries are quick to get to it. Figueroa, little reverse. This is a lot of speed right here. J-Lo White on the big run.
Great momentum coming into the fourth quarter here for the Blue team. They really need to take advantage of this. They really need to keep punching it in, and they got to score. There's no question about it. They got to get on the scoreboard now.
And we're going to stay here on the Cali Photo Sports Network. That will end 3 quarters. Red Stars 6, Blue Stars 0. The Blue Stars in between the 10s, or in between the goal lines, or in between the 20s, we could say, they've been good. But it's just finishing the drives that they're having difficulties with, Christina.
Finishing the drives is huge. It's kind of like in basketball. My college basketball coach used to say, $1 million move, nickel shot. It's like you got to finish. You have to finish, no matter what sport it is, what game it is. You have to finish.
Tristan, you being a defensive player, what's impressed you on the defensive sides?
Up the middle. I mean, we were talking about these quarterbacks continue to take shots in the middle of the field, and these defenders continue to show that the middle of the field is not a place that you're going to catch a ball on them. And these zone schemes for these girls to be running could be difficult from the outside looking in, but they're seeming to get it right.
I think Red needs to come back out and blitz and put the pressure on Figueroa. That was really effective for them last quarter, and they need to get a stop here. I see here we go. There's the blitz.
Pressure's on. Figueroa, quick hit to the near side, and a nice flag pull right there by number 6, Keelan Jimenez right here. So once again, not a lot of yards after the catch.
Not a lot of yards, about 4 on the gain, I think. But they're keeping the momentum going, so that's what's important here.
Right.
We do have a college coach on the field, Brad Cagle from Bethel College. They have a women's flag football team, and he was telling me that they don't wear 3 flags, they wear 2 flags, and their rushers at 1 yard, not 5 or 7. So that makes it interesting for this All-Star game. Allows a little bit more creativity.
And the toss near side. A good
Big run.
speed, gets between 2 defenders. No flag pulled, and that's a touchdown for the blue side. Great moves right there.
Marisol Gongora with that run. Great way to finish. So they only need to go for 1 here. They don't have to go for 2. They just need to go for 1, take the lead in the game, come back defensively, get a stop.
And Marisol Gongora, her first touch of the game, and does the most with it, Christina.
Yeah, that could be the turnaround here for the blue team.
She did it both in receiving and rushing on the season. She averaged nearly 11 yards per carry. Nice shiftiness from the running back, huh, Tristan?
Yes, most certainly. Being able to hit the hole, get up the field, and somebody just could not touch her. I mean, she just knew where she was going to go, and she got into the end zone.
How exciting for her! She played for Mission Bay, and she's here on her home field.
Oh,
gets
great
the
point.
first
That's cool.
gets
Great
the first touchdown for the blue team. Exciting for her. Exciting for her senior season, and way to finish it.
All right, Christina, what are you drawing up right now, knowing a 1-point conversion will give you the lead? Because you can't run it right here.
You cannot run it right here. They just got to run crisp routes. Red has to blitz. It's been effective for them on defense.
Yeah, when Figueroa has had time, she's been effective.
Yeah, my first inkling coming here, I would run a drag route with an outside receiver and then maybe a 5-yard out to the pylon.
Yeah.
Olivas has been strong over the middle at center as
Here comes
well.
the blitz.
Oh, and there was your drag, just unable to hit the receiver. I don't know if we're going to have overtime, guys, but currently we're tied at 6-6. With the boys' game starting at 7, I wouldn't mind to see it.
I wouldn't mind it either. A little over 9 minutes. But like I said, the red team blitzing has been really effective
Right.
defensively. And with that extra point, blue team really needed that extra point to take the lead. But, we'll see what happens here now.
Blue team finally capitalizes on an opportunity. It was Marisol Gongora out of Mission Bay scoring on her home field to tie the game at 6. It is a running clock all the way to the 2-minute warning. 6-6 is the score. And Red will look to get back the lead here.
It's been interesting. It's been a defensive game here. No really huge offensive plays yet. It's been all turnovers and not finishing offensively.
Colin's going to keep. She's going to fake the handoff, steps up in the pocket, throws it deep downfield, and that ball is intercepted by the blue side.
2 for blue.
I think that's her second of the game.
Pacheco with the interception. Huge interception. The ball was just hanging there, waiting for her. Called her name. She got it. Blue needs to take advantage of this now. They had the momentum going. They need to continue with the momentum.
Once again, it's the defensive side creating the momentum, Christina.
Exactly. It's been a defensive game, it's nice to see. You would think at an all-star game, any kind of sport really would be all offense.
Yeah.
But for this game, it's been all defense, and it's exciting to see because that's, basic skills.
And it's the small chunk plays that have been effective here today. Figueroa with the quick hit.
That
ball
pressure.
tipped in front, and another interception.
Speaking of defense.
This time the red side.
Stern with the interception.
Annabella Stern from Canyon Hills. The dual threat player steps in front for the INT, and Red gets the ball back.
Again, a big defensive play to get the ball back.
Yeah, for people that are looking into this game, 6-6, obviously it's not glitz and glam, but that speaks to not only the defense, but these girls are being at will, staying disciplined in what they learned all year and playing the ball and not getting trigger happy and doing something else outside of their discipline.
So that interception by the red team will get them the ball back with 7 minutes and counting. Garong, the handoff, the double, triple reverse.
That was a great offensive play because Blue is sitting back in a zone. They sat back in a zone defense.
Well, they didn't know who had the ball. And I'm just finding out who had the ball. That was number 10, Ava Peralta.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do as a defender? You can't really come crashing down until you know who has the ball, right?
You can't, but I think with 6 minutes left and tie game, I think there needs to be a little more pressure.
Yeah.
False start.
But they're going to say there was a false start before the ball was snapped. So that play will be nullified.
As a defender, you get eye candy happy, we like to call it. You see the ball and you go get it. But a defender like that in those type of situations, you have to stay home and you have to stay where you're supposed to be on the field, or it will cost you a big play. But it looked like the Blue was stayed in discipline on that one.
Yeah, Red picked up a nice game, but nothing that was, well, interesting.
Yeah.
Because they called the false start, but it looks like they're going to count the play. The yard marker says first down. Here, let's see. And the white cap just gives us a nod. Like, this is what it is, and this is what you guys are going to deal with right now, red team. Garong.
We're just as confused as everybody else.
Oh, under pressure, she gets by the first defender. She still has Colin. Tosses
Nice.
it back to Colin, and Colin will take it. And right here, I mean, you saw right there.
Yeah, having that safety net just saves you as a quarterback getting outside the pocket and looking down the field and knowing that I have a dump off to get to if anything, crumbles.
Big second down here for the red team.
I mean, if you're the red team, you want to take off as much time as possible, right?
Yeah, and they look really composed and they look really calm. They don't look like they're panicking or rushing to get a play off.
Colin and Garong in the backfield. Colin's going to take the snap.
Oh,
nice grab.
nice.
She tosses it
Nice
back.
toss.
There is a flag. We'll see what the flag is. But let's check out this instant replay, Christina.
He might be on the defense. I don't know if he's calling it.
No, I just got to it a little too late.
Don't know if she hit her and then that deems us down.
Well, a hit is not. She won't be down for that as long as the flag's not taking. Oh, flag guarding. So
Interesting. Okay. They were saying that was an illegal forward pass.
So they call flag guarding and illegal forward pass.
Okay.
So
For those of you questioning that call, you can catch the replay.
Yeah, it looked very sideways
Yeah.
compared to backwards, and she threw her hands forward rather than underhand, so it was a very difficult.
yeah, it gets tricky when you try to turn and you have to keep your arms up because if you put your arms down, even though it's not intentional,
Right.
it's considered flag guarding.
Right.
Huge play for red here.
3rd down and 6, 3:40 and counting. Garong with the snap.
Here comes the pressure from blue.
The pressure, Garong gets rid of it, but the ball falls incomplete, and that's where the ball will stay with a big loss of 9 or 10, Christina. So
Huge
sometimes
loss
you can
there.
get a little too tricky.
You can get a little too tricky. I didn't see like she had the ball ready to throw.
Right.
She might have been fumbling a little bit. This is a huge call for red here. They have to decide if they're going to punt or go for it. There's only 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the game. Huge decision for the coach. They did have the momentum until the flag guarding call got made. We'll see what they decide to do here. Being that they've been playing great defense, they might want to punt it and kind of get a fresh start and punch it to the blue team defensively.
In a situation like this, with it being an all-star game, I think in a normal game, Christina, like if there was something on the line, I think punting it because the red defense has been so solid. But I think in a situation like this, I think Coach True, being the head coach, knowing the offense well, is going to have the red team go for it right here.
Yeah, and I'm thinking defensively, if they don't get it,
Of course.
then the blue team has it.
They have a short
They have a
field.
15-yard advantage
Yep.
from where they would have had it.
Right.
So we'll see. Being that it's a defensive game, blue needs a stop, and this could really turn the game around. If they get the stop, this could really be the play that turns it around.
Garong over the middle. And that ball falls incomplete. So a 4th and 13. Pass
Again.
incomplete, and blue will get the ball back.
Again, a risky throw, hanging there in the middle for anybody to catch.
Yeah, that took me back a little bit. That was a little bit of a confusing call. They've been so creative all night. I was kind of hoping for something creative.
Out of the timeout, right?
Yeah, for throwing it back up the middle based on they threw an interception last time. So did the blue team. So
They're definitely out of the middle. It should have been a crisper play.
Right. So Figueroa could give the blue team their first lead of the night. The toss to the far side. That's Higgins. She's explosive in open field, but a nice pull.
Great tackle.
Christina.
Great tackle.
In open field, Higgins is so tough to tackle one-on-one, but Annabella Stern with the flag pull.
With a great tackle there. Clock is running.
That was a save.
They get
from
one
a
more
first
play
down.
off before the 2-minute warning, hopefully.
Blue team has been trailing or tied. They haven't had the lead here today. This is Jayla White near side. Almost splits two defenders.
Gain of about 5 on that, and it'll take us to the 2-minute warning, and they can regather themselves here and get composed and figure out a game plan for this last minute and 55 seconds or 2 minutes.
It was Kiana De La Disma out of Scripps Ranch with the nice flag pull.
Yeah, if I'm the blue team, I'm taking this might be my last possession. Let's be methodical. Let's play smart. Let's not go for the big play just yet.
Right.
And get up the field and continue to get down the field.
Because it's been the short plays that I've worked, Christina.
It's
for the
been
blue
the short
side.
plays, and that was perfect to the sideline. They got the first down without. Now she's going deep.
Figueroa says, forget your short plays, guys. We're going for the whole thing. We're going for the whole enchilada.
That was a
ball
great
falls
play,
into-
though. It was a great play to the sideline. You know, it wasn't up in the air for anybody to catch.
Right.
Yeah, single coverage, sideline. It's on first down, so it's not too risky. You get, set yourself up on second down and you get down the field.
Under 2 minutes, the clock stops at 1:49 with the incompletion.
Yeah, Blue really needs to make a good play here. Keep the momentum going.
Figueroa,
To
a
Jayla
little
White,
hook and
a little
ladder.
hook and ladder there.
That's White to Higgins.
Nice tackle.
And
nice
the
tackle by
flag
number
pull.
5 there, Harris. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that number 9?
That was number 9, Kiana De La Disma. She's been good on this side of the field.
They're
for the red
quick
side.
to the flags. They're getting there quickly. They're not letting them catch and gain a huge amount of yards.
The clock is still ticking, and Blue is okay with it, with the advantage. This is 4-down territory.
Red is hanging back there. See if they send the blitzer again. Here comes the
Figueroa.
blitzer. It's been effective.
He's going to get it near side to Higgins. She's explosive in open space. And once again, this time it's number 6 on the flagpole, Keelan Jimenez.
Great play by Keelan.
So it's been Jimenez and De La Disma for the red side. It's one of the reasons
This
Blue
might be
Stars
the
only
biggest.
have 6.
This might be the biggest play for Blue right now. We got a minute left. 4th down. 4th and goal. They got it. They got to score.
Figueroa. The blitz is coming. Figueroa. Nice grab with the hands by Yorba. Well, actually, that was Arcasi.
Great quick timeout by Red.
So turnover on downs.
Another great stop for Red. They've just been incredible on defense.
And it was the tackling. It was the flag
tackling.
pulling by the red side. It was your typical play deep, let the ball play under you, and go rally.
Yes, 4th and goal. Always keep your man in front of you. Don't let anyone behind you. Keep the ball in front.
Yeah, it's almost as if they let them catch it and they're just waiting there to pull the flag. We got 37 seconds left for Red to
We're
get
about
into
to
the
find
end
out
zone.
real quickly if we're going to have overtime, guys, because the game is still scored at 6. This is Colin. She has a cannon of an arm, and she'll throw it deep down the far sidelines as it falls incomplete. Into double coverage, nonetheless.
Into double coverage. That was kind of a risky throw because Blue, their secondary has just been incredible, too. They haven't let anything long since the first quarter.
Yeah, right. It's Jayla. It's been Jayla White and Abriel Higgins in the secondary for the blue side.
Yeah, I really feel like Red should have got a little sideline, maybe a 10-yard pass at the sideline, and then get going from there.
Sydney Pacheco, also the safety out of Mar Vista, has an interception. Colin near side. That ball is well brought in by Ariana Harris out of Scripps Ranch. And we have a timeout by the red side.
Timeout by the red side. That play would have been effective the first down, and now they would have had it here, second down, and that was kind of a wasted play for the first down.
So that completion will bring up a third down, third and about 15, 27 and a half seconds remaining. You know, I honestly wouldn't mind seeing like the way college football does overtimes where they start at the 20 and then work their way in.
Well, I think it would have to be because that's how the game's played anyway.
Yeah. Oh, at the flag football, for girls flag
Yes, for
football,
flag
that's
football.
overtime.
They start at the 20 anyway, so there's no kicking, punting.
So I would think that the coaches have an idea if they are going to head into overtime, because that has a lot to do with what you're going to call here with 27 seconds left. At the middle of the field, if you make a mistake, you set the blue up pretty well in your territory. So we'll see. I see Ruben on the field talking to the coaches. We might look like in overtime, but we'll see what happens at the end of regulation.
The boys are supposed to kick off at 7 p.m. tonight, and we still have some time before that. So there might be an overtime in the inaugural SDFNL All-Star game for girls flag football. Garong makes a nice move, gets by one defender, has Colin to toss it back to. She's going to take it herself.
Clock should be stopping, yes.
Red will call a timeout. Eric True, the head coach out of Mary Mesa, leading the red side, will call the timeout. Nice run by Marianne Garong.
Nice run. And again, they called the timeout and the official blew the whistle, but time ran off the clock and they didn't correct it first half, but
yeah, 15 seconds should allow you for sure 2, maybe 3, depending on what you call. And these next 2 plays, they are in their red zone.
So there will be an overtime game.
I would love to see that based on what we've seen so far, guys.
Defenses with their backs against the wall in overtime.
yeah, Blue can get this top here, and I feel like if they don't get a sideline pass and out of bounds quickly, this could probably be the final play here, especially if they get a blitzer in there.
We don't know.
Not sure what the officials are talking about there.
Time.
They're asking each other if they want to go into overtime or not, or if they're just going to miss a play to cap it.
Because we will have a new refereeing crew for the next
I think they
game.
might have been confirming whether they're getting overtime pay.
Yeah. Garong over the middle. That's a catch at the 25.
They have one more timeout. They called a timeout.
And they did. That's a nice looking grab right there from the red side. That was number 5, Ariana Harris, who had 970 receiving yards on the season with 13 receiving touchdowns.
Great catch for Harris there and huge play for Red. They could end it here. They could end the game here with a
So
nice...
there was 15 seconds before that play. They cut off half the time, so 7.3 remaining. Really one more play.
Oh, definitely. Especially, because you can't block, and when the blitzer comes, it's that takes time. Trying to avoid your flag getting pulled.
I would not be surprised we see the most trickiest play we've seen all night. Bag of tricks have already been out.
This is the time to use it.
They use the most trickful one for the defense.
So the goal line is at the 10. The ball lies on the field at the 29, which is technically the 19 here in girls flag football. So 19 yards away.
There you go.
Crowd is excited about that one.
So it'll be a sudden death overtime if it comes to that.
Let's not speak too soon. Maybe we'll walk this off.
I wouldn't mind to see a game-winning touchdown right here. Savannah Colin, over 2,700 passing yards and 36 passing touchdowns, can end the game right here with the touchdown.
0.7 seconds on the
There's
clock.
still one more play remaining.
And if I would change their QB and throw it up to their QB in the end zone.
Savannah Colin definitely has the height advantage.
I think she's standing at 6'3", 6'4", if I'm not
you
mistaken.
think that tall?
She's taller than me, and I'm just under 6 foot.
Okay,
so.
yeah. She looks tall on the field.
How tall is Savannah?
I don't know, but I'm 6 foot and I went up down there and she's definitely taller than me.
So this would be the last play of regulation. 7/10 at the buzzer. Over the middle.
Hit. She got it.
We got some
Got up a little
overtime
slow
on
there.
our hands.
Great stop by the blue. And again, the defense comes up big.
It was
Both
the defense
sides.
that ended regulation, Christina.
It was, and it was defense on both ends of the field, red and blue.
And it seemed like the defenses got stronger the deeper the offense got into their territory.
Yeah, I think they, as the game went on, they learned what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, what the red strengths are, and they really took advantage of that defensively.
Yeah, if I'm one of these coaches, my next approach on offense is going to get some more out routes. I think they were targeting the middle of the field a lot, and I love that both these quarterbacks can throw the ball, but these defenders in these corners are playing a little bit more shaded inside rather than the sideline. Compared to if you're a receiver, I'm asking, hey, just throw me a 5-yard out, 10-yard out, stay to the outside of the field, get down the field, and then you can start doing those drags or these posts and 10-yard slants inside.
Right now, you're looking at Coach Tony Canale of the blue side and Coach Eric True from the red side. True is the Mira Mesa. He coached the boys for over a decade, also did the offense as well. And Coach Tony out of San Ysidro coached the Cougar football team for at least a handful of years and coached more of the defensive side. So both sides will get the ball. The captains will head to midfield to see who gets the ball first. In this situation, Christina, do you like the ball first or second? What's your approach?
I would like it second.
Okay, just to see what the offense does first?
Just to see what the offense does. If we get a huge stop, that gives us that momentum, that gives us that little spurt of energy, confidence builder.
So I'm assuming we have college-style rules. Each team will get possession. Okay.
Mm-hmm. There's the captains from the blue team, Jayla White, Isabella Kelly. Actually, no, they switched it up on us. Marisol Gongora.
If I'm the blue team,
And Alex
I want to defer the ball. I want to play defense.
Mm-hmm.
You just ended the game with defense. Your defense is out there. You guys have continued to stop the red team and then put it back in the hands of your quarterback.
Yeah, being that it's been a defensive game,
Right.
all game,
Right.
just go out
Play to
there
your
and
strength.
play to your strength, exactly.
See, guys, I'm an offensive guy myself. I want to score first. I want to put the pressure on the other side. But the way this game has played out, that is the most sound approach of going about it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, on the offense. I love quarterbacks and I love tight ends and receivers, and but it just hasn't been that type of ball game.
Right.
So, like you said, we need to go with what the strength has been this game.
Well, I got beaten 2 out of 3, and it looks like you guys were right. The blue will start on the defensive side. So the ball will start at the 20. It's 4-down territory. You can only pick up a first down on a penalty.
Interesting.
I'm assuming. Because
It's first and goal, yeah?
yeah, it's first and
One-
goal.
You need 20 yards to get to the power. Another trickery.
A triple reverse up the middle, and a nice flag pull right there.
I was a bit confused on that one, but I didn't know.
Sometimes you just gotta let the play roll.
Yeah.
That's J Love Olivas.
If I was the offensive coordinator on either side, I would really want a hurry up offense. Don't let the defense get set up. Don't let them see what you're doing, and try to catch them off guard.
It's been Marianne Garong and Savannah Colin at quarterback. Colin threw the touchdown to Garong for the red side. This is Colin. Pressure up the middle. Colin throws her up the middle, and that ball's intercepted. If she can return it for a touchdown and end the game, that's going to happen.
that's
She
gonna end it.
could go all
my goodness.
the
I
way.
can't believe we just saw that.
Touchdown, blue side.
And that will do it for the blue team.
Sydney Pacheco out of Mar Vista.
And just like the entire game, the defense does it at the end to get that win.
You could not write something better than that.
That actually gave me chills. That was a huge play.
Sydney Pacheco returns it all the way for a touchdown, and that will end the game as the Blue Stars win this one. The blue side was losing all game, Christina.
All game. Huge play, but you know what? I'm not surprised that it ended with that defensive play. That was just incredible. Congratulations to both of these teams, all the girls. Huge congratulations to Tony Canali. He's been so invested in girls flag football from jump. He got the first win in the county for flag football with his team in San Isidro. This is just huge for girls.
And Sydney Pacheco returns it for the first pick six in SDFNL history and a walk-off game-ending interception, Christina, and it was all defense.
It was all defense, and that actually gave me chills, and I'm really happy for all the girls, happy for everybody, the coaches, everybody. It's a great success for the inaugural year for girls flag football here in San Diego County, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to see, the little girls coming up and seeing these girls as role models and idols, and just wanting to get out there and play. When I was a little girl, I wanted to play football. I didn't have anybody to look up to play football, and now little girls everywhere have girls to look up to.
And that they're going to call that a touchdown for the blue side.
Of course, Sydney gets the MVP. It's only right.
Yeah. The game-winning interception. Sydney Pacheco out of Mar Vista, talking to Coach Canali before the game. He said she can play anywhere. She was the defensive player of the year for league and just has great ball skills. And you saw that right there. And
so it's kind of fitting for the defensive player of the year to end the game with an interception, a pick six, and to get the win.
It is an all-star game, but I will tell Bo, like I do it all the time, defense wins championships. Yep. And in this game wins all-star games. So what's really cool, too, like I mentioned earlier, there's a college coach here. He's looking for some girls. He needs a quarterback. He needs some players. He's in charge of the whole girls program at Bethel College, and he's looking to throw some offers out some of these girls' way. So if they're interested in playing, then that's a great opportunity to go get an education and continue playing football.
And it's plays like that, Christina, that I'm sure coaches at the next level are looking at.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I feel like in any sport, there's always somebody who can score a lot of points, who can throw the ball, but it's those gritty defensive players who really, they put in the work and they really make the game just like this. She made the play, the huge play, and she got the win for them. That was huge.
So there was 3 touchdowns today, and one of them was the game-deciding interception for a pick six. Let's go through the scoring real quick. Savannah Colin hit Marianne Garong for the first touchdown of the game, and then a rushing touchdown by Marisol Gongora out of Mission Bay. Both sides missed the extra point to tie it at 6. It was the first possession in overtime. Blue side wins the toss, decides to start on defense, and they win the game on the defensive side, Christina.
Incredible ending.
And right now we're trying to delay the time because we are going to definitely catch up with the SDFNL player of the game, Sydney Pacheco out of Mar Vista. And you can see Sydney right there on camera with the trophy as they try to wrap up post-game festivities.
And, all the girls on the field should be proud of themselves.
Yes.
They all played tough. It was kind of an even game defensively. They both, made huge plays defensively. There wasn't any really huge magical offensive plays that I saw. Everything was defense. And, so again, it's not surprising that the game ended with a pick six.
The one big play I remember was into triple coverage. It was probably a 20-yard play, and then the big run by Marisol Gongora for the touchdown. But you're right, Christina. When you think about the top 5 plays, all of them were defensive plays.
All of them were defensive plays, yeah. I think for the Red, the blitzing really helped them put the pressure, and it worked for a while. And but Blue came back, on their defensive side, and they just really made it happen. I think they started putting pressure on the quarterback too. They saw all those tricky plays that they were doing, and I think they wanted to not give them time to be able to turn and toss the ball.
Right, and, when you give these exceptional quarterbacks that much time and that much time to think and scan the field, that's when they're at their best.
And knowing that the Red team, they had these reverse plays and, tossing it back quarterback to quarterback. Blue really stepped it up, and they put the pressure on it, and they didn't give them the time to do that.
Boys game coming up next at 7 p.m. kickoff time. And let's see if we could catch up with the player of the game, Ada Mar Vista. She was the defensive player of the year for her league. Great ball skills, and she showed you on that pit 6. We will now send it down to the field with our MVP of the game, Sydney Pacheco and Chase Isidoro.
Thanks, Bo. Sydney, take us through that final play where you're running down the sideline as you walk it off.
We'll come back.
Honestly, I caught the ball, and then all I could think about was not getting my flag pulled. Coach Jay told us before that if we got that interception and ran it all the way down, then we would win, and that was the only thing that was going through my mind.
And it seemed like such a defensive game all day. You guys were making big plays. I couldn't even count the amount of interceptions. Your defense stepped up at the end, too. Talk about this whole team and, being able to play with all these girls. How cool was that?
Honestly, it's great. Coming from a small school like Mar Vista, we didn't really have a lot of girls come out for flag football. So coming here and seeing almost the same size as our varsity team is kind of crazy, and seeing the talent that everyone brings, it's really cool.
And then, this being the first year of flag football, talk about what it was like at Mar Vista and, how fun it was to actually go out there and play football all year.
I actually played co-ed football, so coming out to flag football was kind of different for me. I kind of wanted to tackle a few people once in a while, but the transition was great. The sport is so amazing, and I think it's really going to prosper.
And then to any girls that might be watching right now that might think about coming out and playing next year, what would be your advice to them?
As long as you try and as long as you listen, you should be set. Especially at a small school, at a big school, any person that shows that they could be coachable is going to be able to exceed in this game.
And then, how cool is it that SDFNL gets to put on this all-star game for everybody?
It's absolutely amazing. Thank you for putting it on. I'm really grateful that you guys got to put it on for our first year. So.
All right, that's Sydney Pacheco, MVP of this game. Bo, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Chase, as always, great job down on the field. Sydney Pacheco, our MVP. Christina, she talked about anyone who's willing to be coachable should be able to succeed in this game.
That is exactly what she showed today. She was coachable, for Mar Vista. She was player of the year. She came in with a new coach for this all-star game, and, she did what she was asked to do. And the bottom line, that's what won the game.
And that will do it here for the Girls Flag Football All-Star Game, the inaugural SDFNL Red Stars versus Blue Stars. Stay with us. 7 p.m. kickoff right here, guys. We're in the booth. Christina Murguia on my left. Tristan Lopez on my right here. Let's try to... Yeah, there we go. A little better look. Christina, you were a coach. You were a tackle football player. You were a tournament player in basketball. You've done it all at a professional level and at a high school level. How cool is this to see this in this moment?
You know what? This is incredible, and I'm glad that, I brought my daughter today, and she was able to see, what she can do in a few years. It's great for little girls everywhere. It's great for these seniors to go out like this with such an exciting game. And, I'm really happy that it was a defensive game. I don't know. It just because you think all-star game and you think that it's going to be big runs and long passes, and, I'm glad that it was a defensive game, and, it's something to build off of.
And from a defensive player, you got to be pleased as well, Tristan, to see that.
Yes, the defense definitely made a lot of plays. As someone who played in this game, in the men's game that's coming up next, love seeing that these girls are running around this field, picking up on these concepts, and are so athletic to play this game. And respect to everyone that's put this together this year. They had a great first year with flag football around the county, and these girls showed up, proved that they can play, and they balled out.
Obviously, thank you to Ruben Pena and Montel Allen for putting on the SDFNL All-Star Game. Boys game kicks off at 7. That will do it for this broadcast. Christina Murguia, Tristan Lopez, Pablo Espinal controlling all the mics and video. Did a great job. Kevin Bear, Tim Gahn, and Chase Isidoro on the field. I'm Bo Furtick signing off. Stay with us. 7 p.m. kickoff. It's the boys SDFNL All-Star Game. But for now, that will end it here. Stay with us here on the Cali Photo Sports Network for more football action.